TheShadowArchR and I am back on the Elite server, and oh my lordy, it has been a minute. There's been a few things been going on. I've been making things, I've expanded a little bit of storage. B has been on and has done a couple of things, like as you can see, the cherry tree there. They also decided that they didn't like the design of their apothecary before, so they've gone ahead and knocked that down, and they decided to make a much more seamless one, which is lovely, because that will, as last episode I was saying, we need more buildings and stuff like that to start getting the boulders and trees in nicely. So this is what B has done now for the apothecary, and this is where people, whether it's just me or others, we can request potions and pay for them here. So lovely. So yeah, so that's been added. What else has been done? Yes, I gathered some more beacons, so that I've got some for on the move. So that's really nice. That's always good to have. So I've got one set up in the Nether currently, because I was getting more basalt. And the reason why I needed more basalt is because I did this. Yeah, so since you're being gone, I decided to make a copper airing room in this gap. I can't remember if I mentioned it or not, but I made a pretty big room, and yeah, it used a lot of resources. But this was so much fun to work on. Little projects like this, where it's like, I mean, like some of these designs are cool to put on camera, but there are going to be a bit more mundane projects like this, which I might work on in between episodes. And that's just so I don't have the pressure of recording. Sometimes I can't always record, but I want to play, so little things like this will happen during that time. And you can see how much is already oxidized since I only finished this maybe a couple of hours ago before recording. So yeah, it's working well. Anyways, it is nighttime. We are going to go sleep. This episode, I want to get some buildings done, or at least some larger features. Bam! Alrighty, and so now we're over here. This is the section I was always talking about, how we'll get some sort of thing up. Puppy came out of nowhere. Yeah, so I'm thinking we're gonna, like, you know, just start here. We're just gonna, I don't know how we're gonna do it. It's gonna be like, yeah, sort of thinking we have, maybe let's go in on that part. Maybe, can I picture that going sideways there? Sort of liking that. So obviously I'm going to make this hollow, which is going to be a bit of a pain, but also shouldn't be too much of a pain. Because, I mean, you know, save as much stone as possible, even though we've got a ridiculous amount of it. So I'm not being, like, super save-ish on it, but, you know, just something like filling this in could really take a massive change. Alright, so then here's the thing. We're going to have little, like, lips. And so we want Alright, let's see how that's looking. Yeah, okay, cool. So obviously I might add like slabs and all sorts of stuff to curve it out a bit more, but that's already looking awesome. That's already sort of what I was picturing. So that's always nice. And if we just like, you know, put little things here, and then we go, yep, that's that, and then I should be able to scale up this nicely. Yes, cool. Alright, I'm gonna keep on going under, so we need that there, maybe that there, that there. Sorry guys, I just went super duper silent. Just focusing on the formation of this. Alright, let's see how that looks. That's looking pretty cool. It's looking pretty sick. I think that's really nice. I think what we can do is we can fill in that section and then maybe try and create an arch there. So let's go ahead and do that. And we are back, and I'm on the other side of it, and so we've built it up a bit and it's looking pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with how the shape has happened. It's progressed quite nicely, and yeah, and we've got like a nice bulked out sort of arch there that's sort of connecting to that mountain. Now I think the next step is actually just getting some grass going on the top, because I think it looks a little bit too plain the way it is. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some dirt and grass on top, and then we'll see how that looks. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab those resources, and I will be back. So I have just realized something as I'm placing these, which is we want to make sure that it's thickened up so that it doesn't look too odd on the thing. So obviously that means, you know, adding some extra layers, sort of making it look a bit more integrated with the mountain per se. So yeah, so that can, you know, come down into the way that we do this, which is like the way that we can sort of integrate the mountain a bit, which looks quite lovely like that. And I think that's not meant to be there like that, so we're going to chop that down, and I think that's quite nice there. I think that's sort of the way that the mountain was forming, and then yeah, and then from there we sort of just shape the mountains in the way that it would be shaped. Alrighty, and we've gone ahead and done the dirt, and that is looking a lot better. It's already looking like, you know, it's like a proper arch sort of style. Stylistic, obviously, but yes, it is looking a lot better. I think there are a couple of little things that I sort of just want to fine tune. Might feel a bit more natural than the sudden aspect of that. That's looking a bit better. Come around here. We want some exposed stone still, down this section. Properly, like done properly, is always going to be tricky. So then, I guess that's looking pretty decent, and I think once that fills in with grass, we'll have a nice sort of balance. So I think that's nice. Alrighty, well, I'm going to let that fill in, and meanwhile we can go off and do another project whilst we are waiting for that to bloom. So yeah, so I I'm not sure what we're gonna tackle next. I know I want to do the blacksmith at some point. Maybe I could start getting a move on with that. Yeah, possibly. I'm sort of thinking that might be the next thing that we tackle. Alright, well, I'm going to be back, and I'm going to start thinking about the design of the blacksmith, and I'll get back to you with a game plan. Alrighty, so we have a bit of a layout. Obviously, I've just used some netherrack just so that's easy to sort of break. So I've got my spot. We've got an arch door that's going to be going here. It's going to be taller, obviously. We've got a walkthrough here, which will connect to the outer part as well. That's sort of for like probably one of the last things that we'll do. Then it comes into the outer section. Now this outer section is going to just be an outside section. Now I sort of wanted to raise it up. So it sort of just depends what we end up doing here, but I think I might try and create more of a valley here and have that building like supported or something like that, depending, just to give this a bit more dramatic effect here. That's really annoying that there's so many mobs there. And then this will be like the balcony sort of 4G section, and there's going to be the massive cogwheel, which, you know, extracts stuff and sends stuff and all sorts of stuff over on this section going down into the ravine. So that's sort of the idea for now. I'm going to sort of get the base layers done, and then I'll be back with more to show. So just to give you an idea of how it's going to feel, this is sort of what I'm going for, at least for the bottom section. And we're going to start adding some darker rims and stuff like that after this, and it's going to sort of be gradient. I'm going to add like darker features and stuff like that around the outside, so it's not just so plain on the bottom. We're going to add like other sort of details that'll make this look a bit more like outstandish rather than plain. So yeah, so I've just gone ahead and done these walls, so it's been only a couple minutes really. And yeah, I think I'm just going to continue building up like the stairs, the platforms, etc, etc. I'm going to have to go find another material for the floor and everything like that, so I will be back with a more solid foundation. Alrighty, I don't know how long it's been, but I've just had to, we've done a bit. We've done the stairs up the side, and we've done the frame. I've chosen that instead of a wood or something, I'm going to go with a polished basalt, which is really, really nice. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to do a wood accent. I probably will, just don't know how I'm going to implement that yet. I imagine, I sort of want to see if I can do a bamboo wood highlight. Might look nice. If not, I'll do it with birchwood, because it will just match that. I might actually just do it with birchwood. Yeah, we'll do it with birch. Or I might have to do it with two shades, birch and spruce or something like that. But yes, but as you can see, I've done some detailing here. We come into here, and we've got a nice little upper section here where we can, I don't think I'm going to go down anymore, unless I do it in that section. But for now, it's just this upper section. I need to figure out how I'm going to do the roof, and that'll come into play after I do the flooring for the next section. And currently it's going out into here, which is absolutely nothing yet. But yeah, that's just to give you guys a good idea. I think, you know, we've done a good chunk, and I think I'm just gonna keep on going. First of all, I think I need to figure out what I'm going to actually do for the flooring out here, and I think, you know what does the tuff look like in there? Because I did grab the tuff, and then I never actually started using it for any of the gradients or anything, so I'm actually wondering. Look okay? Maybe if I gradient it with other stuff? let's see. What happens if I gradient it with some I don't know. Is that looking okay? I think that looks okay, and then maybe we can add some gravel to really solidify it. I'm thinking that's looking pretty decent. Surprisingly enough, I did not know what that would look like, and that's turned out to be better than I thought. So what I might do, I don't know, we could also add just some normal stone in here, to be honest. Didn't harm it very much. This off. Right, because obviously there'll be borders and stuff, but for now, I dare say we would do it out of stone brick to really keep it in play, but at the same time, this is more of a 4G section, so I wonder if I start bringing it in the deep slate. Maybe I mix it up with no, I'm liking that. I think that's going to be... Hold up. I think because this section is meant to be like very, very strong, like very well built. So I'm just thinking make it deep slate brick because we've got the stone brick, so it'd match. Just that's better. All right, that's what we need. Yeah, that's epic. All right, cool. In which case, I mean, do I keep that open? Do I box it in more? Do I don't know. That'll pretend like that's that, and then the wall will go up to there. Oh no, wall would go up to there. Okay, wall goes up to there. So let's pretend like that's, stone brick, and that's going up. Yeah, because that's all going to be a wall. So it's sort of like, that'll be whatever it ends up being. Cool. Something like that. So then that'll go across there, that'll go up, and then we have whatever stairs we are going to have, which I'm assuming will probably just be the stone brick stairs. Well, I've gone in and I've just, I've done the walls and the flooring for the next level. So I've done the flooring for the next level, and it leaves that indent because the wall's actually going to be behind that. I'm going to need, probably going to use some sort of concrete or something as a backdrop wall for this next section. And then there's going to be all sorts of detail on the outside using the basalt and birchwood. So that'll be a nice, interesting one. I think all the interior is obviously going to be done afterwards, after we've enclosed it on the upper hand. And yeah, I think, look, we've got a bloody good start at this. I've got to say, we do have an amazing start at this. I'm just going to keep on chipping away at it. So yeah, I think I might just come back once I've either obtained the resources for that, or, or potentially fill in some walls. I think, yeah, I'll be back when we do more of the walls. Well, that was fun. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've decided to extend the wall out. And that's just because I didn't really like this attached to the door, and I could have probably done that earlier, but then it'll also be cleaner on this side on the top, and a bunch of different reasons just told me to pretty much tear down the wall and rebuild it one more over, so I pretty much just copied it and like block by block I was copying the wall over, and then I just mined out that. So that was fun. And now I'm going to go ahead and copy this one here, because yeah, that's going to move over one. God damn it. And then I don't know how that's all going to attach, but I'll have to figure that out. Don't look at that rim too much, it might disappear. I mainly just did it because I did the whole thing around to connect these walls and everything like that, so yeah, that's why it's like that. Bang, 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 bang. Yep, something like that. Cool, so then that's our little arch there. Awesome. So yeah, so that's me moving that. Pretty much done. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked the episode. I think I'm gonna wrap up here. Just because it's sort of, you can sort of see how this blacksmith is gonna turn out in some sense. Not saying that I'm gonna do the rest of it off screen. What I will be doing is I'll be filling in a little bit more of the structure. I might do a couple more of these birch features on the outside and just get the outside sort of detailed. And then I'll have another episode where I do the rest of the inside and like the wheel and everything like that. I feel like that'll be a fun episode to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please subscribe and follow for more content, and like the video. If you have any suggestions, feel free to go ahead and comment below. And yeah, I mean, I'm always open for suggestions. I like suggestions. I think it's more fun being able to bounce off of other people and play the game together in some sense. It's just a lot more pleasing. So yeah. Anyways, guys, have a good one.